As I make videos for YouTube, some folks have reached out to me to tell me that trilobites are in fact not real. Seeing as they are my channel's namesake, this seems like a big enough issue to investigate. So today, let's answer the question: are trilobites real? First, let's take a look at what trilobites actually were. Or I guess since we haven't decided yet if they are real or not, what trilobites allegedly were. We're using the past tense here since trilobites have been extinct for over 250 million years. After dinosaurs, trilobites are some of the most famous prehistoric creatures. They have an iconic shape, beginning with a semicircle head adorned with two backwards facing spines and large eyes, which moves into a slowly tapering, segmented body. We've probably all seen or heard of them somewhere, say in a museum gift shop, as the logo for this channel, or heck, they're even mentioned in Half-Life 2. Needless to say, these chaps are well known. But what kind of animal were they? Well, trilobites were a type of aquatic arthropod. Nowadays, arthropods are known for such hits as insects, lobsters, crabs of both the seagoing and degoing variety, and spiders. While trilobites were arthropods, they aren't super closely related to any living members of the group, having not only diverged from the rest of arthropods over 500 million years ago, but also having no living descendants. One cool thing about trilobites was just how many different types of trilobites there were. Over 20,000 species of trilobites have been discovered, and they come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Some trilobites had strange head ornamentation. Some were tiny and eyeless. Others grew to over a foot in length. So now you know a little bit about trilobites, and we can move on to the question of whether or not they were real. But what reason could people have for believing trilobites are fake? Now, a lot of this has to do with thinking evolution is a lie. Singling out the trilobites as fake due to evolution is a little silly, especially since they've often been held up as counterexamples of evolution due to having complex eyes at such an early point in the history of life. Personally, I feel like the fossil record provides potential evolutionary precursors to trilobites, but I guess I'm just built different. Still, it's unfair that trilobites are singled out here, as if one truly decided not to believe in animals that could have potentially evolved, then one should believe in no animals at all, not even oneself. If you don't think that evolution is real, you can always just believe that God created all trilobites like a normal person. Honestly, I think that people's real problem here isn't evolution. It's extinction. Why would God create an organism as perfect as the trilobite, only to let it die out 250 million years ago? Either God is cruel and uncaring, or God is incapable of saving his most precious creations. On a side note, extinction wasn't fully discovered until the year 1796, when the naturalist Cuvier noted differences between living and fossil elephants, and realized that fossil forms had died out. His personal theory was that massive floods were responsible for the extinction of species only found as fossils. Of course, trilobites couldn't possibly be victims of flooding because, as the age-old adage goes, no matter how much flood water you beset them with, it is impossible to drown a trilobite because they are aquatic by nature. So, how about some evidence for trilobites? Well, I happen to have a fossil one somewhere in my house. Let me go find it. Look at this beautiful chap. Sadly, he's dead. Now, I guess you could say that this could have been made in a factory or carved out of stone. But the cool thing about trilobites is you can actually go out and find the fossils for yourself. Trilobite fossils are found on every continent, and in some places you can actually collect them, though local laws will affect the legality of this by region. So, to answer the question this video poses, yes, trilobites are real, and if you need to go dig one up to prove this to yourself, be my guest. So this video may seem kind of pointless because trilobites are very obviously real. Honestly, I just found it incredibly funny that there are trilobite truthers out there. And that unlike people who say that birds aren't real, they are not joking. Of course, if you like animals that are fake, look no further than the horseshoe crab, which is actually a government psyop to diminish the coolness of trilobites. Thank you for watching, and there will be new videos soon.